The organization Thyroid UK estimates that about 10% of the population, which is over 33 million people in America alone, have hypothyroid, and they don't even know it. Hypothyroidism is a disease in which the thyroid gland doesn't make enough of the different thyroid hormones. Half of the people who have it don't know it, so they don't get help. This was exactly my case. I had no idea that I was suffering from hypothyroidism until it became very severe. So much so that I thought I was on my deathbed for the second time in my life. I experienced extreme lack of temperature control, irritability, and an inability to manage stress, chronic fatigue and loss of energy, hair loss, extreme migraines that would keep me in bed for days, kidney and urinary tract pain and bleeding. And I have 9 children, which I homeschool, and it became impossible to do so and carry on with life when I experienced these severe hypothyroid attacks, as I call them. These symptoms may seem unrelated, but when I treated myself for hypothyroidism, it helped with all these symptoms so I could finally function again. After my husband and I, finally identified my hypothyroidism, I set my path to learning how to overcome my condition naturally without medical intervention, as is my modus operandum as a naturopathic herbalist. I have since learned how to master and manage my hypothyroidism without need for medical doctors nor the use of pharmaceutical drugs or even expensive tests. The path to healing involves a combination of things which we will be uncovering together. The thyroid is a small lumpy mass that wraps around your windpipe, and it's one of the largest endocrine glands. It has 2 parts and makes a number of hormones that are often grouped together and called thyroid hormone. Now, these hormones are important because they do a lot of important things. They control how the body grows and changes, especially the brain, and how every cell, tissue, and organ in your body works. If you took out your thyroid, you would fall asleep very quickly. Before I was born, it was common for women to walk around a town with a big lump in the front of their necks. Sometimes it was as big as a grapefruit, and the name for this was a goiter. Goiters are a sign that you don't get enough iodine. And iodine is a chemical element that is important for the thyroid. It can be found in seawater and in some minerals and soils. Without it, the thyroid cannot make T3 and T4, which are very important hormones. Once iodine was added to table salt, the number of people with goiters dropped by a lot, and many brands of salt now no longer have iodine in them, so the problem is coming back. And there are also other problems with plain table salt, so many are switching to sea salt or pink Himalayan salt. The only problem with this is that people are not eating iodine-rich foods to compensate. Seaweed is an excellent source of natural iodine. Now, most doctors can diagnose hypothyroidism, but sometimes they can't. There's a story that neurosurgeon Dr. Russell Blaylock tells of when he was in medical school, and while he was a student on the endocrinology service at the prestigious Ochsner Hospital in New Orleans, one of the famous endocrinologists on staff told them about the signs and symptoms of hypothyroidism. Then he said, "I just found out that my wife has a very low thyroid. All of it happened so slowly that I just thought she was getting old, but she was actually showing all the symptoms and signs that I just told you about. These were signs of hypothyroidism." Now, he knew a lot. He was a very famous medical doctor at a prestigious hospital. Just think about how easy it would be for a regular doctor to miss the problem or get it wrong. Hypothyroidism is a complicated condition, and to make it easier, we're going to look at some of the most often missed important things about the condition in the next lessons. I'll be sharing with you the Aruka method for healing hypothyroidism through holistic healing protocols from experts in herbalism, naturopathy, orthomolecular nutrition, and more. If you would like personal health coaching from a holistic healer, sign up for a discovery coaching call at aruka.com/coaching. May the Creator continually grant you and your loved ones complete holistic health and healing of mind, body, and spirit. And may He use you to become an instrument of that health and healing. Shalom.